Hello students, welcome back to science class. In the last class we have concluded with all living things show growth. Today we are continue with the next property of a living organism is all living things respire. So we know that respiration is an important process for the living organisms. So as you all know that even plants getting respiration, the human beings and all living organisms are respire. How they respire? So what is respiration? So we know that respiration is an essential process in which exchange of gases taking place during this process, right? Yes. So the definition you can see here, respiration is a process in which oxygen taken by an organism combines with the reserved food to release energy. What it actually meant? When you intake a food, what happens? This oxygen helps to break down the food and it helps to release the energy. So respiration involves intake of oxygen and the release of carbon dioxide. The process of respiration involves exchange of gases. Okay, the organisms have different mechanisms for the exchange of gases. Okay, human beings take oxygen from air through their nose by breathing process, right? Human beings take oxygen from air through their noses, right? So, like this way human beings breathe. Earthworms breathe through their skin. Not the point. Earthworm breathe through skin and fishes have gills for using oxygen dissolved in water. Right? Fishes have gills so that will absorb dissolved oxygen. Exchange of gases in plants takes place through tiny pores called stomata. Okay, the stomata which is present in the leaves helps to breathe the plant. The gases, the exchange of gases taking place through stomata in plants. Okay, children, like this way, the living things respire. If it is plant or if it is living organisms like human being, earthworm, fishes, whatever it is, the breathing is an essential process. Right? The next property, all living things respond to stimuli. All living things respond to stimuli. So the changes in our surroundings that makes us respond to them are called stimuli. The examples are what? Light, heat, smell, taste, touch, etc. These are all the stimuli. Okay, this you can see the common stimulus you can see in the surroundings, or commonly you can say this is the examples of stimulus. So when the stimulus is there, definitely there should be a response. So the examples you can see, if you touch a very hot object accidentally, what happens? You will quickly pull our hand away from the hot object, because you have a sense that it will burn your hand, right? Yes. When we move towards bird, they fly away. You can see that, because they are afraid of us and they will fly away, because they know that we will catch them, right? And the next example, when food is served to animals like dog, suddenly they become active on seeing the food. The dogs, they are all started to salivating their mouth by looking at the food. That is a response. Okay, so wild animals run away from the bright light. Why? When you flash a white light on the face of the wild animals, they will run fast. That is a response by looking at the light. And during night time, so when you switch on the light at kitchen and all, the cockroaches begins to move to their hiding places, because the light is a stimulus. The cockroaches are run fast. That is a response. And some plants bloom only at night, especially the white flower producing plants. At last, you know that the touch me not plant. Look at here. So when you touch it, what happens? The touch is the stimulus. Look at the response. This is a response. Yes, it will bend, right? Yes. So the best example of a response. So the touch is the stimulus. It starts to bend. The touch me not plant. Okay, like same way the phototropism also the other example of a stimulus. So look at here. So when you keep this plant near the window, what happens? What happens? The light has comes one direction and the flower starts to bend into that position, right? That is called phototropism. So these all are the examples of stimulus and responses. Whenever there is a stimulus, there is a response. So this many examples you have to remember because when okay. Now the next property of a living organism is all living organisms excrete. The process of getting rid of this waste by the living organism is known as excretion. So children, as you know that we all are eating food, right? The food get digested from our stomach. So after that, the remaining waste, the waste particle should be excrete out. Human beings, animals excrete and remove the undigested food from the body. Not only human beings, even plants also, right? Yes, oxygen produced during photosynthesis and carbon dioxide produced during respiration are removed through stomata. Actually, stomata is acts as a medium to exchange those gases or the waste, and the excess of water also is eliminated by transpiration. We the human people are urinated, right? Like same way here excess water is eliminated by the transpiration in the case of plants. Some plants store the waste products within their body parts in a way that they do not harm the plant as a whole. And some plants remove waste products like secretions like gum, resin, latex, etc. This gum, resin, latex, you can see these all are the plant products. Look at here. This is the gum which is produced from the tree. But that's a waste product. Okay, so waste product. It's a secretion. The secretion gum. Okay, gum, resin, latex. These all are using for other purpose also actually. The next property is all living things reproduce their own kind. Reproduce means what? Producing young babies or young ones. Produce of its own kind. The process of a living being to produce of its own kinds is called reproduction. Its own kind is called reproduction. Okay. Animals reproduce their own kind. The mode of reproduction may be different in different animals, right? Some animals produce their young ones through eggs. Some animals give birth to the young ones. Okay, that is the differences, right? Yes, look at here. Plants also reproduce like animals. Plants also differ in their mode of reproduction, right? Yes, many plants reproduces through seeds like wheat, rice, etc. Okay, reproduces through seeds, and some plants differ in their mode of reproduction. Many plants reproduces through seeds and plant produces seeds. You can see the same figure in your textbook also. Okay, and which can germinate and grow into new plants. Some plants also reproduce through parts other than seeds. For example, a part of potato with a bud. Look at here, with a bud grows into a new plant. So the plants also reproduce through cuttings. Would you like to grow a new plant in this way of yourself? You can do it. Some plants also produce through the parts other than seeds such as tuber like potato, rose, etc. Like budding and all you can do it. Not only the same mode of reproduction. Okay, the mode of reproduction is different. The making young ones is different in different plants and animals. And the last property, all living things move. Move means the movement is one of the important characteristics. Okay, they move from one place to another and also show other body movements. You can see the human beings can walk, run, birds can fly, right? Birds can walk and even dogs can move from one place, snake can slither, fish can swim, You have learned the different possible movements in the chapter 8, right? Yes, plants are generally anchored in soil, so they do not move from one place to another. Not the point. They do not move from one place to another because root is fixed at the soil. However, various substances like water, minerals, and the food synthesized by them moves. Look at here. Look at here, this plant. This is a process photosynthesis. So during photosynthesis, what happens? Yes, the root will be absorb the water and minerals through the root, and finally it reaches to the different parts of the plant. Even though the plant is fixed at the soil, it can be moved, right? This particle can be moved and it will reach us to the correct place. And plants allows shows movement. Look at here, water, minerals, and the food synthesized by them moves from one part of the plant to other. Not the point. This is one of the important point you have to remember when we talk about the movement. And the last, plants allows shows movement by opening or closing of flowers, bending of plants towards light. So touch me not, leaves close. Look at here, that phototropism. Look at here, it will be bent through the where the light is available. It will be bent to that particular area. So the movement also possible. Even though the plant is fixed at the soil, it can move like this. Okay.